It's another episode of What the F at $. How do you like the format? Is the new show fulfilling all your likes and interests? Well, it is Friday. So let's end with a bang Friday. An introspection of a failed movie wrestling report detailing the results of TNA, and it's followed by the Wrestling News Friday news and dumbass of the day. This is a doozy, so 5 4 3 2 1.
Salta su, bella!
Dov'è che vai?
Las Vegas! Andiamo, su! Oggi è il tuo giorno fortunato.
It's Friday, so we do something special. When studios make movies, there are certain things studios want to do, but sometimes vision and execution don't align. We are going to talk about the cult favorite Showgirls 1995. This movie was talked about and a lot of hype, but once it hit the theater, it crash-landed. Why? Showgirls 1995 is a notoriously failed movie that has since been re-evaluated by some critics and audiences as a misunderstood cult masterpiece or a high-camp satire. However, as a mainstream 1995 erotic drama, it failed due to a combination of terrible acting, a poor script, and an inconsistent tone that was too aggressive to be fun and too absurd to be taken seriously. Can this movie be fixed? And how? 1. Fix the tone. Satires need subtlety. Move away from over-the-top sarcasm. Paul Verhoeven treated the film with the same ironic, cynical lens as RoboCop and Starship Troopers, but Showgirls required more psychological depth and caricatured absurdity. Commit fully to either serious or camp. The film fluctuates between a raw, gritty drama and a cheesy parody. A fix would be to remove the unintentional comedy and commit to the dark, ambitious side of Nomi Malone's journey, or fully embrace the campiness without the gritty, jarring elements. The movie didn't stick to a tone to make the movie more conforming. 2. Revise the script and dialogue. Remove trashy dialogue. The script was criticized for having unnatural dialogue and failing to understand how women talk. Rewriting the scenes to be more grounded in human behavior, rather than campy soap opera melodrama, would improve it. Remove or alter the rape scene. The graphic rape of the character Molly was widely seen as gratuitous, disruptive to the film's campy fun, and leaving a bad taste that ruined the movie for many. Removing this or changing it to be less graphic would make the film less exploitative. I often ask, do studios watch the movie before it is released? How could this trash pass through any introspection? 3. Change the casting and acting. Reduce overacting. Elizabeth Barkley's performance was highly criticized for being loud, abrasive, and constantly over the top. A more nuanced actress might have made Nomi a sympathetic anti-heroine rather than an unlikable caricature. Improve the sexual choreography. The sex scenes were described as chaotic and unsexy, resembling screaming rather than intimacy. The pool sex scene, in particular, was criticized for being laughable. Redoing these scenes to be genuinely erotic, rather than cartoonishly intense, would fix the erotic drama. Movies go through a process and screening, so how did this cast get the job? 4. Adjust the production and marketing. Avoid the NC-17 rating. Insisting on a wide release of an NC-17 movie in 1995 was a death blow at the box office. Editing the film for an R rating would have increased audience access. Market as satire, not thriller. The film was marketed like Basic Instinct and erotic thriller, but it was actually a dark satire of consumerism and show business. Better marketing would have prepared audiences for what they were going to see, reducing the mockery. Of course, with today's standards, it would be more of a hard R. 5. Alternative, fix the director's cut approach. Focus on the cult classic elements. Some critics argue the only way to fix it is to accept it as a camp masterpiece and lean into the satire, as noted in Adam Nayman's book It Doesn't Suck. Re-editing, removing the serious drama scenes and focusing only on the outlandish behavior of the characters and the dance numbers would improve it as a trash cinema. These are suggestions. No movie can have an easy fix. If you look at today's movies, Showgirls may be considered a Masterpiece. It is a cult classic, but today's movies are listless and have zero clue to what audiences want. Never more than now, movies are dwindling down where people are easily offended and studios have become lazy and have forgotten the basic aspect of cinema, to entertain. Hope you like this perspective.
Let's go over TNA Impact results. Nick Nemeth defeated Bear Bronson. Bronson controlled much of the match with power offense. Nemeth rallied with his signature moves, but Bronson regained control. When Nemeth kicked out of Bronson's finisher, frustration showed as Bear clubbed Nemeth on the mat. Nemeth rolled outside to escape. The system surrounded Nemeth. KC Navarro arrived in stage as a distraction. Ryan Nemeth took matters into his own hands by leaving commentary and rolling his big brother back into the ring. Nick blindsided Bronson with a superkick and closed with the danger zone to win. The whole time on commentary, Ryan complained about KC trying to take his spot as Nick's little brother. Elijah Live concert. Frankie Kazarian held the concert in an Elijah disguise. As he was ready to sing the ballad, "Kaz is my daddy," the lights went out. Elijah was in the ring choking Kaz with a guitar strap. Elijah wants a walk with Elijah guitar strap match. He pleased the crowd with the song, "Frankie Blows." Dutch defeated Matt Hardy. Jeff Hardy and Vincent were banned from ringside. Prior to the match, Matt set up a table and spray painted the word, "sacrifice." He came here for a sacrifice, and he is going to get it. Dutch was not fazed. Matt was aggressive when smashing Dutch's skull into the steel steps. Dutch gained control with his size and power. Matt rallied for a DDT and the twist of fate. Matt set Dutch on the table for a flying elbow drop. The table didn't break, so Matt placed it against the apron for a suplex to break the table. Back inside the ring, Matt sized up Dutch from the corner. Vincent slithered out from under the ring. He slid a chair in to distract the referee. Vincent pulled Matt off the turnbuckles, and Dutch executed a swinging side slam to win. Afterward, Vincent sat and watched Dutch pummel Matt. Jeff ran in for the save. No juking on stage. Jeff planted Dutch with the twist of fate and landed a swanton. Vincent laughed at the Hardys losing their minds. That is what he wants. Chia Brookside betrayed Lei Young Lee. Lee started with a promo in English. She wanted to know why her best friend attacked her. Chia accused Lee of playing mind games on purpose when showing the message from her father. Chia claimed that Robbie Brookside never supported her career. Chia did everything alone. Lee knows how it feels to be alone. She was alone when leaving China to come to the USA, but she wasn't alone anymore when Chia became her friend. Lee apologized about the video from Chia's father. She was only trying to help with motivation. Chia appeared to have a change of heart. She accepted Lee's apology, and they embraced in a hug. The crowd was booing this development. Chia flashed a nasty face and attacked Lee again for a DDT. Elena Black defeated Katie Arquette. Black toyed with her opponent like a mean girl. Easy pickings for the blackout neckbreaker to win. TNA World Championship, Mike Santana defeated Rich Swann to retain the title. Competitive action throughout. It took about 20 minutes into the contest for the first serious near fall. Santana went for pins on a rolling cutter and a powerbomb. Swann came back for pin attempts on a handspring cutter, a frog splash, and a destroyer. After the kick out from the destroyer, Swann measured a pair of kicks to Santana's jaw. Swann ran the ropes, and Santana cleaned his clock with the spin the block lariat to win. Commentary put this bout over as a potential match of the year for Impact. Now to the wrestling news, let's go.
Wrestling news that matters. The Rock made $900,000 and missed a lot of meetings. I guess that is a great job to have. More news. Smackdown preview. A lot of buzz for new set and new ideas. One idea is Rey Mysterio and JC Jane will be on the blue brand. Plus the women's US title is on the line. Trick Williams will be on the show as will be the quarterback Cody Rhodes. So exciting night. Now Friday highlights. Match of the week. AEW. Darby Allin vs Tommaso Ciampa for the world title. It was fun and brutal. If we get this on a weekly basis, then Darby as champion is justified. Wrestler of the week. Keanu Carver. His NXT match against Joe Hendry was brutal. Indie star. Lizzie Rain. Those who know, are excited because she was a mainstay in Europe. She's the newest singer for NXT and the world has been buzzing. Well, now to the news itself. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
News that matters. Ongoing talks for peace are going on in Pakistan. This is a push to solve the escalating conflict. Hopefully cooler minds prevail, but who knows? Continued discomfort with Generation Z and technology changes. Never has a group been more prone to complaints. Well, we are saving the biggest discussion with our dumb ass of the day, so enjoy.
Friday edition of the Dumb Ass of the Day, it should be something special. Celebrities often lean left due to the creative, urban, and socially progressive nature of the entertainment industry, alongside industry peer pressure. This becomes problematic when celebrities, detached from everyday realities in a privileged bubble, use their platforms to lecture audiences, sometimes presenting uninformed or narrow viewpoints as factual, creating a disconnect with fans who seek entertainment over political advocacy. Why celebrities lean left, creative industries and culture. Artistic individuals often lean liberal, and Hollywood culture generally favors liberal social values. Social based on ideals over actual knowledge. Industry pressure and networking. The high-stakes environment of Hollywood often forces professionals to align with liberal views to maintain work, often lining up with the Democratic National Committee. Liberals work like the mafia and strong-arm to force conformity. Industry environment. Many celebrities live in dense, urban areas, which tend to be more liberal. Fools flock together, so a blind eye leading the way. Lack of tax awareness. Because agents and managers handle financial details, many artists do not directly see tax deductions, lessening the personal urgency to embrace lower tax conservative policies. Being rich often blinds the soul. Why celebrity political advocacy is problematic. The expertise disconnect. Celebrities often advocate for complex issues they do not fully understand, substituting personal belief for rigorous research. Average celebrity is lacking education. Athletes and actresses often leap from actual education for fame and fortune, creating useful idiots. Dunning-Kruger effect. This psychological phenomenon, where individuals with limited knowledge believe they understand a subject, can be amplified across an industry with a massive social media following. Often they feel they are correct either through their morals or lack of them. Out of touch. Living in a privileged bubble leads to views that are detached from the daily struggles of average people. Living in gated communities but judging those who do. The ultimate form of being idiotic and embracing is gospel. Alienation of audience. Fans seeking escape or entertainment may be alienated by political lectures, as evidenced by declining viewership in political awards shows. It's not necessarily the useful idiot's fault. Those who are listening to the fools is the ultimate blind leading the blind. Celebrities are just human, yet idiots treat them as something more, which doesn't make sense. So next time Billie English looks down on everyone, she's a multimillionaire who has zero clue ideas on history, civics and common economics. Next time Mark Ruffalo throws his arms fighting for the little person, at the end of the day he goes home to an elite apartment that costs more per month than most Americans make in a year. Next time LeBron James talks about inequality, he's a billionaire that has a skill that should not make that a possibility. The concept of useful idiots is often overlooked, if one reads the book on the rise of Fidel Castro. He better than most used this. Celebrities, teachers and journalists were cozy with Fidel and helped him get to power. Once he was the leader, he killed all those who helped him get into power, so next time a celebrity speaks, how much power do they truly have? Fear of disagreement. The fear of being targeted for not adhering to a strict ideological orthodoxy, cancel culture, has created a chilling environment in Hollywood, limiting diverse viewpoints.